Welcome guys, welcome, it's Elsek and thank you for joining to another video. Today we'll continue the series of showcasing red teaming TTPs, and now I think we're doing something very crazy, very interesting, and we are pretty much weaponizing a custom-made C2 server. If you haven't watched our previous video about developing the C2 server, you can find it right here in the top right corner. It's PowerShell pretty much using C#, and it's firstly tough to understand, but I'm sure you'll get over it. And now, since you have it, I'm just gonna go with brief overview about the C2 itself. How does it work? So let's see, opt, C2, PowerShell, reverse, and now we have two files. All right, so let me just maximize my terminal, zoom in actually, and now let's do tmux and do cat client.ps1, and on the other side do cat listener.py. So our C2 is based on two files, and keep in mind that this is a really very simple base C2 server because we just developed it ourselves. We didn't put that much time, for example, doing session management and stuff, but we made it work and we made it to bypass Defender. I haven't tested it with other kind of antiviruses, but Defender did bypass. All right, so on the second part, we have listener.py, which is pretty much a Python server, and this is our handler. So what happens is we open up a socket, we open up an infinite loop, and then we just listen for a connection. When we receive a connection, that's pretty much the whole point of the reverse sharing. We just do, we accept the connection, we enter a command, we send the command, receive the output, and pretty much print the output, and that's it. So the cycle of actually giving sessions is on the front end side, which is here. So let me just go a little bit upward, and now as you can see, we pretty much have a PowerShell file, but it's a C# syntax because we can put a full C# syntax inside a PowerShell using that kind of syntax. So we specify a variable in PowerShell, then we pretty much put our C# code there, and we can magically execute it. That's how Microsoft did a support with PowerShell and C# inside their environment, and since everything is .NET based, it can work. So what we do here is pretty much, we firstly have a command called exec, which pretty much accepts a string as a parameter and execute that command, of course returning the output. Then we have the command, the function, connect, which pretty much connects to our backend listener, and what that is doing is pretty much connects back, asks us, receives the command there. As you can see, we have cmd system encoding ASCII, we're decrypting that. All right, then we just execute that command and we write to the stream our output. Pretty much that's it. So it's a really standard C2 reverse shell. It's not a shell, it's a C2 channel, and if you pay a close attention, we have a TCP client and stream.close. So that pretty much means that we're closing all kind of sessions there, and that means our payload is harder to track. Because when you do like a reverse shell, you can chain multiple commands, and each command is like in a single session. In one session, you can perform like 20 commands, and they're all there. But having this technique, we perform a command per session. So each command is a new session, and we have a different timeouts for each session. For example, here we have thread sweep seconds. So we have a while loop, infinite while loop, and for thread sweep for amount of seconds, which are random seconds, we are executing a session which is only one command. We get the output, return it back, kill the session. That's it. So following this technique, it's harder to catch because, as I said, one command is equal to one session, and each command is being executed during a random period of time. So pretty much we can specify that get random seconds, for example, get random. All right, in our case it's like 10 seconds for testing purpose, of course, but in real engagement I can say this can be up to let's say an hour, or let's say maybe a day, depends on the engagement. So this is really just a simple overview about the demo, and this is the PowerShell syntax about triggering the C# code. Nothing fancy, not interesting. If you want to see more details about that, I have a Medium blog post, and I have videos especially about developing this kind of payload, and I also have them in bind format. So we are having two C2 paywalls, one for bind server and another for reverse, which of course is better, and we're gonna be using that now. Alright, so in order to execute that, so let's first see if everything's been working. I haven't touched that babe until I made the video, so let's hope it works. So now we want here to do like Python name HTTP server, and on the other hand, I think we need to start the listener. So Python listener.py, and I think it's listening on port 443. Let me just SSNLTP 443. Yeah, it is. It's Python app. All right. So the one server here is gonna be for serving the client.ps file. So we want to remotely execute that file. So for that to happen, we're gonna need a web server. So that server is designed only for client-side attack to download our payload and execute it, and that here is responsible for catching our shell and executing commands. Alright, so let me just open a new pane and do cat client.ps1, and I'm sure I had a command there how to execute it because I don't want to manually type it again. I'm just copy it right here, and first I want to make sure it works. So I'm gonna go to my commando here, and by definition, command doesn't have an antivirus, and now I'm testing only the functionality of the shell. So paste that and ensure that my IP is the same. It should be 126, 128, 126, 128. Let's see what's gonna happen. The shell hangs, which is nice, and now on the copy box we have one request be from downloading the client.ps1 file, and the other side we have an enter command. So if I do ipconfig, we have the output, we prompt again. Let's do who am I, and you can see there is a random delay between commands, which is in a nutshell how our shell is pretty much working, our C2, and the object we have are in binary format. That's why you see that B here. We can of course convert it, but it's up to you. I have the code in my repo, so you can pretty much do whatever you want. Of course, it does not have session management. So if I am to target like 5 users, I need to implement session management, and I'm sure that's gonna be interesting, guys. And I'm thinking even in doing in stream. So if you're interested, drop a like and make sure to write it in the comments that you wanna see how I developed session management about this. So let's try to, oh my god, all right. Let's now do SS, same thing. It's not allocated. All right, that's odd. PS, AUX, grep Python, Q, sudo Q9, what is the PID? 8311. All right, try it again. And 34754. No such process. All right, there we go. Never mind. So what I want to test now is quite the same thing, but now on my Windows host machine. So this is our target, and this target has antivirus turned to on. So let me make sure that Defender is being turned to on. Yes, it is. All right. So let's do open our PowerShell now and do quite the same steps to see if we're gonna get caught, or if the Microsoft took that into concern and updated their definition. So paste it in, or maybe it pasted. No, it did not. All right, so what was it? Cat command.ps1, copy the command and paste it here. All right, execute it. Shell hangs, no antivirus pop-up. If we go here on the first box, we see nothing. So maybe it's doing scans now. So let's wait a little bit. Nothing happens for now. And there we are. So all right, so maybe it runs through some scans, and the vendor said that no malicious things is going on, and it just passed away. So the terminal hangs, and now here we can do pretty much quite the same thing. All right. Why I think this is not malicious by this not getting called by defender is because we are using natively C# code to pretty much do not in malicious by definition, but we are abusing it in a malicious way. So if you were to develop yourself a C# app just to execute commands, you are of course not gonna get called because you're just developing something, and maybe it's exploiting it in such way. I'm just guessing, not sure. All right, so I want to now close the pane from here. And all right, now the connection was resetted, and that's of course the second thing I want to work about is because I don't want the user to pretty much see a PowerShell or close a PowerShell by accident. So we need a session management and a queue switch scenario. All right, so let me refresh the environment, and now what we're gonna do is to try to weaponize it. So let me just open up my commando and hope we have a word here. And we have, nice, all right. So no, blank document, there is your paycheck, or actually let's try something juicier. Here is your bonus hash. Maybe. Maybe, or to be like more realistic, let's do like let's do cat etc pass wd and do md5 sum. All right, now copy that and paste it here, and now we're good to go. All right, so let me just go back. Let's save it actually. Desktop. I hate that word saving screen there. Here is your bonus cache. We want your bonus doc m. We want doc m. All right, save. Nice. Now let's go to view macros and create a macro for bonus doc m and like bonus macro. All right, so create a macro. Now we have two scenarios. We can try with the first one, which is pretty much inject PowerShell there. So shell dot, or is it just shell? Let's try PowerShell ipconfig, maybe. Let's try to run that. It works. All right, so let's try now PowerShell exec bypass, no profile, and hidden. And now inside that, we want to pretty much put our payload, and we want to base64 encode it because that way we can break the syntax. So what we want to do is to go up here. We want that part to be a base64 payload, and now for that case I want a PowerShell, and I forgot about the syntax, of course. Let's see. Of course we need to update now. I hope this doesn't get too long. All right. PowerShell base64 encode. All right. What I want now is to pretty much encode the command write host ASD. All right. So that's it, I guess. cmd equals write host, or actually write host ASD, maybe. I'm doing stupid things. cmd equals maybe that write host ASD. Let me start it again. Write host ASD, and now do like that. Oh, come on. Because the bad thing is that we have pretty much a lot of calls there. So maybe I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. We are encoding the full payload with only one type of code. So pretty much I can do like that. And CMD equals to that. Nice. Now equals CMD. All right. And now do like bytes. I'm just gonna copy it. CMD. All right. And now encode the text. Nice. So we have the base64 version of our payload, and now we copy that, and we're gonna just paste it here, like that. So now, as you can see, we're avoiding any kind of syntax errors, and if we run that, we should be able to see our shell popping up. So our listener is being ready. Now let's go here, actually here, and try to run the macro. Nothing happened, but as you can see, we have a callback. Nice. So I want to check now if pretty much if closing the word is gonna terminate our session. So I'm just gonna save that. I'm gonna close word, and we're gonna need to make it auto open. So close that, and let's see if our session persists. Who am I? It is. That's because we go to here and open the task manager. We can see a PowerShell process running by. That's because of our flag W hidden, which is running the full PowerShell in hidden mode. As you can see, no screens are being popped up. So now the only thing left to do is to pretty much, let's just first kill these two processes. And now let's open up the file again and make it auto-executable. So whenever someone opens that and clicks enable content, the word macro is going to get executed right away. So go to view again, macros, edit, do like soup auto open. I think that's the syntax. Now do like bonus macro. I think that's it. Compile error. Maybe we don't need the brackets. All right. So now let's restart our environment there. Ah, come on. PS, AUX, grep Python, sudo q, and 61389, such process, nice one, 42416. Ah, that's so annoying. The next thing I want to implement here is that proper exit management. So 62358, no such process. Not sure what is going on. The different process each time. Maybe that's my terminal command. But let's try the listener again. Oh, come on. What's gonna happen if I kill this? It's from root, it's not our process. Why? Oh, there we are. Not sure what happens. Need to fix that and dive deeper, but now it's not the time. So what I want now is here, if I make that correct thing, auto open, and close that, if we are good to go now, this should get, actually I'm just gonna close my listener and I'm gonna open my HTTP server because I don't have a proper queue mechanism, and if the request is being done here, I'm sure that the request was gonna be done here as well. So we are watching this screen right now. So let's go to Commando and open up my Word. All right, no, close, and nothing. Come on. Maybe the macro name is not right. Let's see, view macro, auto open, run, and it executed. So maybe it's not the right syntax. Let's try view macro, edit, and try soup how to open or document open bonus macro, save it. Now do like document open, run. We have the request again, close the word, open it again. Yes, alright. Alright. And nothing. So let's try to research that. Word how to open macro. Alright. Soup auto open. Document open. It's like the same thing we did. View macro. Edit. Auto open. Do I have a typo there? Oh, we have. We don't need that. Alright. Alright, so let's try it again. Save that. Exit that. Do we have a callback third time? No. Let's go here. Event again. No. No. And we have. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is to ship that document into our Windows box. So we're gonna restart our environment. There, we're gonna start our listener, our Python server, and we're gonna do like ipconfig python http server. And if you are wondering what is this auto syntax auto compute in PowerShell, you can watch my previous video about PowerShell port scanner, and I showcased PS readline module, which pretty much have that auto compute guessing feature like a this shell. So let's copy the IP address, go here, and we are from a standpoint of our victim box. We have our antivirus enabled, and now we have an attachment via email, or we are forced to download something from web. And that something is being called wrong directory, so maybe desktop. And now we have bonus.docm. Let's see now. I think it downloaded. It did not. Alright, so it get caught. Alright, so what I'm thinking of is to just test the whole functionality of the file, because I am thinking that it is getting blocked on downloading level. So now the defender or the edge defender or the edge is kind of file on the go on the downloading, and we are blocked that way. Of course, we're gonna bypass that in the future videos, but now bear with me. I want to test the whole payload and MyC2 inside the word. So I'm just gonna go and copy that file here, go here and paste it, and this should work, I think. Did I copy it? All right, now it's here. Now let me try to open it up and let's see what's gonna happen. It's loading. Word found unreadable content. Do you want to record the content of the document? No. All right. All right. Come on. Maybe we needed to click yes. So, or should we name that? Yes. And we get caught again. So let's try to pretty much rain.docm, copy it, paste it here, and by the way we see a thread detected. So pretty much what I'm thinking of is, whenever I am guessing, that's my guess, whenever a defender sees something like PowerShell or script shell inside its VBA, it automatically triggers like a malicious file. So that's it for that video. I hope you enjoyed my walkthrough about the C2 and how does it work. I hope you enjoyed how I embed it inside the word, but in the next video, we're gonna try to pretty much bypass that using several techniques. So I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. Stay tuned for bypassing the defender because the video already became too long. And that's it, guys. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment your thoughts. I accept your critics and all feedback. So also consider following me on Twitter, and see you right in the next one when we're gonna bypass that defender. See you guys.